let's look at what dog ownership is doing for the LGBTQ community. So, first off, dogs are very popular in this community. Very, very popular. Very marketed. Companies spend a lot of money marketing these dogs to the LGBTQ community, the same way that dogs are marketed to everyone else as some type of special connection and creating inclusivity while reducing depression. On and on and on. But let's look at this and see if this is true. Or could it be that, as with every other group that gets injected with dogs, is there a trend of something? Let's look and see if we can figure this out. First, I want to show you this article from the Williams Institute. It's talking about the suicide rates. Let me just show you this little part of a sentence. Realizing one's sexual minority identity. A big part of how this affects people mentally is they're treated like a minority. They're realizing they're a minority, and everybody's going to tell them that they're a minority. Like, oh, you're not heterosexual? Well, we don't accept you, or something like that. So, I want to mention that part because this is actually what dog culture does to people that don't like dogs. If you don't like dogs, it's kind of like, are you a cat person or are you a dog person? And if you say something like, I don't know. I don't really know if I would like to have a bunch of pet dander and piss and shit and barking and extra work. Maybe I want to have a human friend instead of pets. If you talk like that in modern times, how do people act? They put you in a minority identity. It's the same thing with the gay community, especially years ago. It's like, well, are you hetero or gay? And it's like, you better say you're heterosexual, or oh boy, you're gonna be in trouble, and you better pretend to be heterosexual if you're not. And so, dog culture, all of the bad stuff of dog culture, that's perpetrated on people that don't really necessarily want dogs. That's similar with what happened to gay people. It's like they expected them to identify a certain way, and if they didn't, they're gonna get slandered because they were gay. So let's jump right into the trend that is present in every other place in society that's full of dogs. Veterinarians, high rate of suicide. Police and firefighters, high rate of suicide. LGBT community, high rate of suicide, high rate of attempts, as it says here. And one of the ones that are at risk the most is the youth, which is interesting that that's the number one recipient of dog attacks too. So with all of these dogs in our society overall, 90 million dogs in the United States, and then lesbian, gay, and trans people also owning a higher percentage of dogs themselves. How come it's not happening? How come this depression and suicidal thoughts aren't going away with all these benefits that the dogs provide? Well, I'll actually explain that in this video. It's taking away a lack of human connection, basically. And like I said, here's another little look up on this. But dog ownership is super, super high within the LGBTQ community. So now let's give some thoughts to why this might be happening. So, for example, dog owning families will prioritize their pets oftentimes. They will expect their children to shape their lives around, what's the dog doing? Put your toys away, put your food away, close the gate, put these blankets up so the dog doesn't chew it. And so if you're a kid in a dog family, a lot of the stuff that you need to say or that you want to do, or a lot of feelings that you're having, you're going to have to suppress them because your parents are too busy fawning over the dog. And so if you're gay or lesbian, or you're just not into whatever heterosexual stuff is going on around you, and you need a platform to talk to your mom or your dad or your brother, well, very likely they're over there thinking dogs are better than kids. And you're a kid with some early gay or lesbian thoughts, and guess what? you're not going to get to talk about it because your frickin' parents are too busy worshiping dogs. And so, like I mentioned earlier, this is a form of taking away human contact. Human connection is a huge thing here that dogs take away from everybody. But since lesbian, gay, bisexual, and trans people have a higher percentage of dog ownership, they're also going to have a higher percentage of this human connection being taken away from them for the sake of dogs. And this is what human connection helps you with: loneliness and isolation. It can help you create a safety net. Dogs can't do any of this stuff. Dogs can't tell your story to somebody or bring someone over to help you. Yeah, the dog will sit there and let you talk and talk and talk, but it doesn't understand you. And so even today, many lesbian and gay individuals experience fear when it comes to coming out due to discrimination, rejection, societal attitudes. This fear can be pronounced among LGBTQ plus people of color who may face additional challenges. So these people that want to come out, where are their fellow LGBTQ people? Where's their human connection? What are the other LGBTQ people doing? They're over there playing with their dogs. They're over there on Facebook. Look at my dog. He laid on the floor. They're over there on whatever website that sells all of these products, rainbow flags and rainbow hair color for your dog. So dog ownership, it's just like a big punch in the face for the LGBTQ community. All these people that are buying dog products and collecting dogs instead of humans, thinking that they're being good gay and lesbian people. What you're doing is you're also turning away from the other lesbian and gay people that probably need your help, but you're too busy worshiping dogs. Like, here's a little example. Dog ownership is often marketed to lesbian, gay, bi, trans, queer community, highlighting the emotional support, blah, blah, blah. Marketing weasel words. Highlighting the emotional support. They got a picture over here of a dog wearing a rainbow cape or something. So all these people are running around marketing dog products, dressing their dog up in gay outfits and lesbian outfits. And that's just taking attention away from the actual human people that need a support group. Yeah. And there's so much about this. You can go over here to the Queer Cafe. You can read about how to be more inclusive to LGBTQ by getting a dog. LGBTQ dogs. Dogs don't understand any of this stuff. A dog will hump a pillow. A dog will hump a freaking turkey carcass up on your counter and not care what your gender identity is or what if you're lesbian, gay, or trans. So this is just stupid. You might as well dress up a rock and say that it's Superman. Rainbow Pooch Pride. I mean, there are billions of these little outlets, and they're just taking this wind out of the sail of the lesbian and gay community and giving it to dogs. You want to be a part of this community and support lesbian people? Well, buy all these dog products. Yeah, that's pretty damn ridiculous if you guys ask me. And here's a little deeper information, but this community, the lesbian, gay, bi, trans community, is a substantial market for dog-related products. Of course, again, they're going to tell you, oh, it's because they need to be inclusive. They need extra emotional help. They need a dog, Get your dog and dye his hair rainbow color and you'll be inclusive. Blah, blah, blah. Meanwhile, there's 5 or 10 gay people in your community that would probably love to have you as a friend or a human connection, but you're running around worshiping your dog, painting the thing rainbow color. And it's all because you've been tricked by this freaking over-the-top marketing of dog ownership. So there it is, another community that is being brought down and hurt and not allowed to thrive because of dog ownership. See you guys later.